These apps never work, the lonely woman cried over the phone. Everyone's fake. Nobody wants real relationships. Why doesn't anyone love me? Emma listened to the customer's pain, knowing that her perfect match had been found months ago, but the algorithm was hiding him from her. But Emma hadn't started working in dating app customer service 3 years ago to make money from desperate clients. She had infiltrated the modern love industry to see exactly how it kept people lonely and hopeless to maximize profits. Emma Chen sat in her small cubicle at Love Connect headquarters, surrounded by the soft hum of dozens of customer service representatives, fielding calls from heartbroken, frustrated, and increasingly desperate users. At 27, she had perfected the art of empathy, her voice warm and understanding, her responses carefully crafted to provide just enough hope to keep callers subscribing, but never quite enough to actually solve their problems. But Emma's role at Love Connect was far more complex than anyone knew. The call that would change everything came on a rainy Tuesday morning. Sarah Mitchell, 34, marketing manager from Portland, had been using dating apps for 6 years. Her voice was raw with exhaustion and defeat. "Emma, I need you to be honest with me," Sarah said, her words punctuated by barely suppressed sobs. "Is there something wrong with me? I've been on every app, Love Connect, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. I've paid for premium memberships, super likes, boosts. I've had my photos professionally taken, hired a dating coach to write my bio, even moved to a bigger city thinking there would be more options." Emma pulled up Sarah's profile on her screen. What she saw made her heart ache with a familiar anger. Sarah's compatibility scores were off the charts, with 847 potential matches in her area. Her personality assessment indicated she was kind, genuine, and emotionally mature, exactly what most people claim to want. But the algorithm had been systematically hiding her from quality matches for over 2 years. "Sarah," Emma said gently, "tell me about your recent matches. What kinds of people have you been connecting with?" "That's just it," Sarah replied. "I keep getting matched with guys who just want hookups, or men who ghost me after one date, or people who seem perfect online but turn out to be completely different in person. It's like the app is designed to waste my time." Emma's fingers hovered over her keyboard. Sarah had just articulated exactly what the algorithm was designed to do. "These apps never work," Sarah continued, her voice breaking. "Everyone's fake. Nobody wants real relationships. Why doesn't anyone love me? What's wrong with me that I can't find someone who actually wants to be with me?" Emma stared at her dual monitors. On the left, Sarah's profile showing a beautiful, successful woman with hobbies, ambitions, and genuine warmth. On the right, the Love Connect algorithm dashboard, revealing the truth that would horrify Sarah if she knew. The algorithm wasn't broken. It was working exactly as intended. Emma had created this algorithm 5 years ago as part of her PhD research in computational psychology at Stanford. Her dissertation had focused on using machine learning to identify genuine compatibility and reduce the time people spent dating unsuitable matches. Her goal had been revolutionary: to help people find lasting love efficiently and authentically. But when Love Connect acquired her research, they had modified her work in ways that appalled her. Instead of promoting genuine connections, the algorithm now maximized user engagement and revenue. Happy couples deleted dating apps. Lonely, hopeful people became lifetime customers. Sarah's perfect match was David Rodriguez, a 36-year-old teacher who lived just 12 miles away. They shared identical values, complementary personalities, and even had mutual friends. Emma's original algorithm had identified them as a 97% compatibility match 18 months ago. But the modified system had buried David's profile so deep in Sarah's queue that they would likely never find each other. "Sarah," Emma said carefully, "what if I told you that your perfect match might be closer than you think?" "What do you mean?" Hope crept into Sarah's voice. Emma made a decision that would change both their lives forever. She opened her secure access panel, privileges she retained as the algorithm's creator, though the company had no idea she was still monitoring their modifications to her work. "I mean that sometimes the algorithm needs adjustment," Emma said, her fingers flying across the keyboard. "Sarah, I want you to check your app in exactly 5 minutes. You're going to see a new match. But I've already been through everyone in my area. I recognize all the profiles by now." "Trust me," Emma said. "This one will be different." While Sarah waited, Emma accessed David's profile. He had been equally frustrated, calling customer service just last week to complain that he only matched with people who seemed incompatible with his interests and values. Like Sarah, he was genuinely looking for a long-term relationship. Like Sarah, the algorithm had been systematically hiding his ideal matches. Emma overrode the engagement optimization protocols and created a direct compatibility pathway between Sarah and David's profiles. For the first time in 18 months, they would see each other. "Oh my God," Sarah whispered. "Emma, there's someone new. How is this possible? His profile. It's like he was designed specifically for me. We have everything in common. How did I never see him before?" "Sometimes the algorithm needs a human touch," Emma replied. "Sarah, I have a confession to make. I didn't just randomly find you a better match. I've been tracking compatibility patterns in our system, and I discovered something disturbing." Emma took a deep breath. The algorithm isn't showing you compatible people because compatible people tend to leave the app quickly. The company makes more money from users who stay lonely and keep paying for premium features. The silence on the line was deafening. "You're saying the app is deliberately keeping me from finding love?" "I'm saying the app is designed to maximize revenue, not relationships," Emma confirmed. "But I'm also saying that's about to change." Emma opened her laptop and accessed her original research files. For 3 years, she had been documenting how Love Connect and other major dating platforms had corrupted her algorithm. She had evidence of deliberate compatibility suppression, fake profile generation to create false hope, and algorithmic manipulation designed to create addiction-like engagement patterns. "Sarah, you matched with David because I bypassed the revenue optimization protocols, but there are millions of other people just like you. Genuine people looking for real love who are being systematically prevented from finding it." Emma typed a series of commands that would fundamentally alter how Love Connect's algorithm functioned. She was implementing her original vision: genuine compatibility matching, rapid connection facilitation for truly suited pairs, and the elimination of engagement manipulation tactics. "What are you doing?" Sarah asked. "I'm fixing what I created," Emma replied. "I built this algorithm to help people find love, not to trap them in a cycle of loneliness and false hope. Today, that changes." Emma's screen filled with system alerts as her modifications propagated through Love Connect's network. Within minutes, thousands of users would see their match queues populated with genuinely compatible people instead of engagement-optimized profiles designed to keep them swiping. "Emma, who are you really?" "I'm Dr. Emma Chen, and I created the compatibility algorithm that powers Love Connect and 6 other major dating platforms. But the companies that bought my research corrupted it to maximize profits instead of promoting actual relationships." Emma continued typing, her fingers steady despite the magnitude of what she was doing. "For 3 years, I've been working customer service to document exactly how my creation was being misused. I've recorded thousands of calls from people like you, good people who deserve love but are being systematically prevented from finding it." Sarah's phone buzzed with a notification. "David just sent me a message," she said, wonder in her voice. "He says he's been looking for someone exactly like me for years. He wants to meet for coffee tomorrow." "That's what real compatibility looks like," Emma said. "And as of right now, millions of other people are going to experience the same thing." Emma's computer screen showed cascading system changes as her new algorithm went live. Customer service phones began ringing as confused users called to report that their match quality had suddenly improved dramatically. But Emma had anticipated this. She opened the company's internal communication system and sent a message to every Love Connect employee. "The algorithm has been restored to its original purpose, facilitating genuine human connection. Dr. Emma Chen, creator of the Love Connect compatibility system." Within minutes, Emma's desk phone began ringing with calls from executives, but she ignored them. Instead, she published her 3 years of research documenting the dating industry's manipulation tactics on social media, academic platforms, and every major tech blog simultaneously. The response was immediate and overwhelming. Other dating app employees began reaching out with similar stories of algorithmic manipulation. Users shared their own experiences of sudden improvement in match quality. Relationship experts praised the shift toward genuine compatibility over engagement metrics. "Emma," Sarah said, "I can't believe you risked your job to help a stranger find love." "Sarah, I didn't just help you. I helped everyone who believes love should be about connection, not commerce. And this isn't about my job. This is about transforming an entire industry." Emma stood up from her cubicle for the last time. Around her, confused customer service representatives were trying to handle the flood of calls from users experiencing actually good matches for the first time in years. "The real crime," Emma said to Sarah, "wasn't that people couldn't find love. It's that love was right there waiting for them, but it was being hidden for profit." 3 months later, Sarah and David were engaged. They weren't alone. The Love Connect miracle, as the media called it, had resulted in a 3,000% increase in successful long-term relationships among app users. Emma had been fired, of course, but she didn't mind. She had founded a new company, True Love, a dating platform that operated on a revolutionary model. Users paid a one-time fee, and the service's only goal was to help them find their person as quickly as possible. Happy couples were the metric of success, not endless engagement. Dating apps across the industry were forced to improve their algorithms or face user exodus to platforms that prioritized genuine compatibility. The Chen standard became the benchmark for ethical relationship technology, but the most important change wasn't industry-wide. It was personal. Emma had received thousands of messages from couples who found each other after her algorithm modification. Wedding invitations, baby announcements, and simple thank you notes from people who had given up hope of finding love. One message stood out above all others. It was from Sarah. "Emma, David, and I are getting married next month. We know this sounds crazy, but would you be our maid of honor? After all, you're the reason we found each other." Emma smiled as she typed her response. "I'd be honored. After all, love was always supposed to be about bringing people together, not keeping them apart." The dating industry had learned what Emma knew all along. Real love wasn't a business model. It was a human right that technology should serve, not subvert. And sometimes all it took was one person willing to choose connection over profit to change everything. 1 year later, the romance revolution had transformed online dating globally. Emma's True Love platform had an 89% success rate for long-term relationships, forcing every major dating app to adopt ethical matching practices or lose their user base. Sarah and David's wedding was featured in tech magazines as a symbol of how technology could serve human happiness instead of corporate profits. Emma was their maid of honor, and in her speech, she said something that would become the motto of the new dating industry. "Love isn't a game to be played or a product to be sold. It's a connection to be honored." The loneliness epidemic began to fade as people found genuine partnership instead of endless swiping. And in coffee shops around the world, couples met for first dates that actually led to second dates and third dates and lifetimes together. Because sometimes the person answering your customer service call isn't just there to help with your account. Sometimes they're there to help you find your person. If this story of love, technology, and human connection touched your heart, hit that like button, share it with someone who deserves real love, and subscribe for more stories that prove technology should serve humanity, not exploit it. Your support helps us continue fighting for authentic human connection in a digital world.